There's so much going on with the public education system in Canada right now, so many stories about it in the news that really suggest it's going through something of an identity crisis and perhaps into something of a downward spiral. It was just a couple weeks ago that we were talking about how all across Canada there are a lot of school board races where there are anti-woke candidates stepping forward, for lack of a better term, parents who have a lot of concerns about the increasing politicization going on in the school system. They don't like a lot of the SJW newfangled progressive ideologies that are being forced on kids. And you have parents from all walks of life, activists, newfound activists, who are saying, no, we want to run for school board trustee to overturn this sort of stuff. It happened in British Columbia, it's happened throughout parts of Ontario. And we were talking about our parents getting in the game more now. We saw that happen recently in the United States. Well, okay, since that happened, there's been a couple other big stories. Right now in Ontario, a lot of schools are closed because there's a strike action by education assistants, educational workers who are not teachers. And this is quite something because what's really going on is that they're asking for a raise and they're not getting the exact amount they want. So they've decided to shut down schools, making this the fourth consecutive year in the row where there's been learning disruption, despite all of these studies about how learning disruption is really setting kids backwards. I mean, this is quite remarkable. You don't have this with private sector unions, and you don't have it with all public sector unions, where if they don't get exactly what they want, they can shut down an entire school system. Something is really broken here. And speaking of something being broken, let's talk about the TDSB student census. They sent this out on November 1st, this wild student census that was going to high school students, but also to elementary school kids, talking to them about obscenely sexualized things and talking to them about a lot of race-based issues where they were asking them questions such as, are you familiar with tucking, an experience where male genitalia can be pushed away or pushed back up into the body cavity, something that is common in transgender circles. Why on earth are we asking children, because these questions were for elementary kids as well, why are we asking children about these questions? This is just bizarre that we're doing this under the rubric of the school system. TDSB has actually shelved that after saying that the material was not properly reviewed. I think we're going to learn more. True North will keep on it, do investigations, do the FOIs on it. I'm told Edmonton School Board doing something very similar. So you look around and you go, wow, all these stories about stuff that's just not normal, just not right in school boards, suggesting there's dysfunctional things happening. It's quite a trend, and I wish I could say the trend's going to wrap up and be done and go in a good direction, but I don't think so. It's a troubling trend that seems to be continuing.